Hey guys, Stephen Cox here, and today we're going to learn a song of mine called Spaghetti Junction Blues. So this is part one of the lesson. The solo and the rest of the walking line and the outro part of the melody will be available in part two on my Patreon. The PDF of the tablature will be available in the description below, so just look for the link. So first we're going to learn the melody. So as you can notice, there's a theme that kind of gets repeated and expanded upon. So the first note of this theme is going to be F, which is the third fret on the D string. Then we're going to go to C, which is the third fret on the A string. Then we're going to go to the first fret on the D string, and that's an E flat. And we're going to go back to F. So far we have so the last two notes of the first part of the phrase is just frets 1 and 2 on the G string. A flat, A. So here's the first phrase. The second phrase is very similar. It's going to go. So it's really exactly the same, we just leave off the last two notes. So once again, that second phrase is F, C, E flat, F, or third fret D, third fret A, first fret D, third fret D. So then the third phrase of the song is going to be it's going to be almost exactly like the first phrase. So you've still got F, C, E flat, F, just like we did in the other two phrases. Then we have A flat, A, which is going to be first fret and second fret on the G string. So that's exactly like the first phrase so far. And then we're just going to punctuate it by playing two Fs at the end. So that's third fret on the D 2 times. Let's play the first three phrases together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's the next phrase of the song, and notice that it starts on the upbeat at measure 5 on the tab. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start on the and of 1, and we're going to slide into the 4th fret on the G string. So I like doing a small slide. You could slide all the way up. I kind of just slide from 3 to 4. But I like to leave it open to interpretation. So the next two notes are the 3rd fret and the 1st fret, also on the G string. So that's all together. So the next part of the phrase starts on the and of beat 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So that's sliding really from 5 to 7. I notate it as just a slide, so you can do as long of a slide as you want to. Into the 7th fret. Then you're going to play the 5th fret. And these are all on the G string. Now you're going to go over to the D string. And you're going to play 6, 5, and 3. So once again, that's 6th fret, 5th fret, and 3rd fret. So the next part of the melody starts on beat 1 of measure 7. Alright, so to play this part of the song, we're going to start like we did at the beginning on the 3rd fret on the D string. Then we're going to go to the 3rd fret on the A string, the 1st fret on the D string, the 3rd fret on the D string. Then we're going to do 1, 2 on the G string, that's just kind of like the beginning. Then we're immediately going to go back like we're doing it again. So 3rd fret on the D string, then 3rd fret on the A string, then 1st fret on the D string, and this is where it changes. Now we're going to do the 4th fret on the D string, and then we're going to do 1 and 2 on the G string like we did before. So here's that phrase slowed down. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So notice that when I played the 4th fret, the one note that's different from the beginning, that I used my pinky to play that, so I didn't have to shift my hand from side to side. I'm kind of using this 1 finger per fret mentality for this part of the song. So here's the next section of the melody, starting on beat 1 of measure 9. So this part is basically a Charlie Parker riff, and it's something that you can play over a 2-5 progression. So we're going to start on beat 1, and we're going to play the 7th fret on the G string. Then we're going to jump down to the 5th fret on the D string. Then we're going to jump up to the 3rd fret on the G string. Now we're going to go to 7 on G again. Okay, so once we've got that 7 on G, we're just going to go down to 3, 4, 5 on G as well. 3, 4, 5. Let's do that together slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And that's that phrase. So the next phrase is very short, and it starts on beat 2 of measure 10. 1. We're going to start on beat 2, we're going to slide into the 4th fret, and then we're going to play 3, 1 on the G. So that's 3rd fret and 1st fret on G. Then we're going to be on the 3rd fret on the D string. And then we're going to hit that note again. And it's an F note, just so you know. So the last phrase in the song is very similar to the beginning of the song. So check it out. It brings that theme back, and it starts on beat 1. 3 and 4 and... To play this, you could look back to the beginning of the piece to get the first phrase down, the first half of the phrase down, or it's pretty simple. So on this phrase, you're going to start on the 3rd fret on the D string, then you're going to go to the 3rd fret on the A string, then you're going to the 1st fret on the D string, and back to the 3rd fret on the D string. Then you're going to go to 1, 2 on the G string. And then you're basically just going to do that again, right back to back with that last note. So once again. So let's play it together. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So that's it for the first part of the melody. So now we're on to the second part, which basically starts just like the first part and then goes into a walking bass line. Alright, so now we're at bar 13, and this part is exactly like bars 1, 2, and 3. So 13, 14, and 15 are the same as bars 1, 2, and 3. So we're not going to go over them. If you need to reference back, just go back to bars 1, 2, and 3 in the first part of this video. So as you notice, right after the last note of bar 15, I hold it out a little bit longer. So this is also going to be held through beat 1 of measure 16. So we got 1. So this is where we're going into more of a walking bass line feel. So here's measure 16 through 19 where the walking line starts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're going to go through this pretty fast. You're going to start on the 3rd fret on the D string, which is already held out from the previous phrase. And then you're going to go to 1 on the D string, then the open D string. Then you're going to hit a ghost note on the A string. So what I usually do for this is after hitting that open D string, I use this part of my hand to just mute the strings, which means I'm not pushing down on the fret, I'm just resting my fingers over the strings so that it sounds like this. If you push down too hard, you'll get buzz sounds or a note. We don't want that, so just lay your fingers lightly across the strings, not pushing down at all. So we've got... So after you do that ghost note, which you just can drag your pointer finger on your right hand through the D string and that string in one motion. Then we've got the 3rd fret on the A string, and then we're going to do an open A string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. So the next measure is just going to be the 1st fret, the 1st fret on the A string, the open D string, the 3rd fret on the D string, and then we're going to go back to the 1st fret on the A string. 1st fret A, open D, 3rd fret D, back to 1st fret on the A string. So the next measure is 2 on the A string, open D string, 1 on the D string, then 2 on the D string. So let's do measure 18 real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 19 is 3 on the D string, 2 on the G string, then we've got the open G string, then we have the 3rd fret on the G string. Let's play measure 16 through 19 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to do measures 20, 21, and 22. So they sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's measure 20. We're going to start on the 2nd fret of the G string. Then we're going to play the 1st fret of the D string. Then we're going to do the open D string. And we're going to go up to the 1st fret on the G string. So measure 21 is all on the G string, and it's just open, 2, 3, 4. And then measure 22 is a little bit different and slightly trickier than the rest. It starts with swung 8th notes, which means long, short. The first note's a little bit longer than the second one. And we're going to be doing those on the 5th fret on the G string. And then we're going to come down to the open D string. So from there we're going open, 1, 2, all on the D string. So 5's on the G, then we do that. So let's play those 3 measures together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we've made it to the last 2 measures. This is measure 23 and 24 of this part of the lesson. This part of the blues is usually called the turnaround, and it's where the chord changes move a little bit faster. The chords change every 2 beats instead of every 4 beats. So here is this section. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at measure 23, we're starting on the 3rd fret of the D string. So we're playing 2 Fs, which is the 3rd fret on the D string. Then we're going to play 2 Ds, which is open D. Then we're going to play the open G string, the open D string. We're going to play the 3rd fret on the A string, and then the 2nd fret on the D string. And this leads you back around to an F if you wanted to resolve it and stop there. Okay, so let's play the last 2 measures together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright guys, that's it for parts 1 and 2 of this lesson. For more of it, please check out my Patreon. It's coming soon, and you can find the tab over there as well. A link is down in the description. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you like this video.